Makim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. And Salakia, Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahushai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and there's no God beside him. So, contemplating on what I wanted to get a lesson in, or what I wanted to do a lesson on today. And simply, I want to name this one the only thing to talk about these days. And literally, as I was getting ready to press the button, I was interrupted. So I didn't, long story short, I had to go help somebody. Nevertheless, the first thing this person asked me was, you heard about that situation where the dude got ran over by a train? So I'm like, yo, wow. So it got me to thinking how, really the only thing to talk about these days, and even, in the month of December, which is a few weeks leading up to the so-called New Year, it's just bad things happening all over the world. Now, brothers know about the Newsbreak app. And there's a segment, like everything else now, where you have clips of like 1 minute videos of just judgment happening, And you see the police officer slams a little kid. What else I seen? Oh, one of these I seen where he's just going for days. Hold up. I guess they renew every so often. Let me see.
Do you know that
some of it is folly.
this is how I...
Oh, shit! They running! Oh! Are you still using an alarm?
All right, so I guess they they alternate. What's the word I'm looking for? They update every so often. Nevertheless, I seen one clip where a cop was arresting a Jake, and this bitch just started, I don't know what the dude did, but nevertheless he just started tasering dude in the back. And that's just the main, that's just what it is these days, police brutality against you Israelites. I mean, it's always been like that, but now it seems like it's a lot more heightened. I seen another one. This one was in Florida. That last one I think was in Texas. This one was in Florida, to where this one Jake was, this one Edomite was like uppercutting this young Jake, and I look at it as how about Shim Yahushai is coming down on you niggas, man. I was talking to a brother last night, and we was talking about the wickedness that these niggas do. Right. Nevertheless, we are in a time of judgment. In a nutshell, you see all these things are happening for your evilness. All right. As a matter of fact, I think that's in 2nd Ezra 15. Right. And if you watch our videos, you would notice that this 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 is coming out a lot lately. All right. Because that's what time we're in. We're in a time of hardcore judgment. All right. Hardcore, unadulterated, uncensored judgment. Right. And I seen one of the clips, out of all the clips I was watching, they were saying how it was in that one, the one in Florida, how it was saying like how notice the cameraman he's always invisible. Like nothing ever happens to him. And why is that, you may ask? For judgment to to pretty much be recorded. All right. You know, for us to see, for the elect to see, continue to fear. You know, and the scriptures speak about how the things of Esau searched out. All right. So the Lord knows what he's doing. All right. And the word of the year, as this year is spiritually called the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, the word of the year is judgment. All right. Judgment after judgment after judgment. So, this is 2nd Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right? So here it is. You got the sword, which the modern day sword is the gun. Famine, that's self-explanatory, no food. All right. And death. Now you would think sword of famine is already bringing death, but the Most High is bringing death. All right. On top of, pretty much the Lord is saying he's bringing death on top of death. Right? He's bringing death on top of death. And again, that's really the only thing that's being spoke about today. As a matter of fact, today, I was on a job and, you know, working amongst Jake or whatever. You know, everybody in their phones now. And amongst, you know, the TikTok, the Instagram, all the folly out there, they still are able to find. I'm noticing now, you know, there's still these people, you know, amongst all the folly that they watch, they still are able to find some heart-wrenching news, I would say. You know, like I said, you know, this one Jake I know that I was just helping out real quick before this lesson. He even seen a video, which I seen amongst the Akim. You know, it's pretty crazy actually. You know, you had this big Edomite dude had to be about 6'4", bullying this Jake. This Jake had to be about 5'7". But the Jake, you know, ended up, you know, defending himself, hitting the Edomite. The Edomite fell back and he fell on the train tracks. And just so happened that a train was coming, you know, killed him. You know, he got crushed instantly. What else isn't happening amongst all the news? Oh, like I said, on the job, well, I don't know if I mentioned that, but on the job now, mind you, we only in January 10th, and I work amongst, you know, I work with trains or whatever, and on my job, you know, it's been incident after incident after incident after incident, whether a train derailed, you know, from trains clashing, you know, so it's been real bad, you know, nothing but bad news I'm hearing, right? And ultimately, we're in the time that the Lord is working, right? Here it is, high time of wickedness as far as our people and their wickedness. 2/3, as well as so-called men in the, you know, as well as false pastors. You know, we in a high time of wickedness. And you know, I think about that scripture from time to time in Psalms 119. It is time for thee to work, O Lord, for they have made void thy law. Right? So it's no coincidence that as we are at the height, not the height, but at a great time of wickedness, that we are also at a great time of judgment. Right? Is it not written in Proverbs 11 that a false balance is an abomination to the Lord? Right? A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So as this great wickedness happening, the Lord, you know, is bringing great judgment. So it says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more, as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things. So the Lord's just been sitting back patiently, patient, At the same time, he's been pushing his word out there in various forms on your social media platforms, in your downtown areas. But people, despite the warnings, people have been getting more outrageously wicked. Despite what the Lord is doing in the earth, people have been becoming more and more rebellious, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. And best believe a lot of curses is going up on these niggas. And the souls of the just complain continually. All right. Does not the scripture say in Luke 18? All right. That the Lord will avenge them speedily. All right. What about Sirach 35? All right. Let me grab that. All right. Because the souls of the just, we got to sit around and see this wickedness. And we're constantly crying to the Lord, banging on his door, annoying him. All right. Does not the scripture say, Sirach 35 and 15, do not the tears run down the widow's cheeks, and is not a cry against him that causeth them to fall? He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, until it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. Right? And we know that the last judgment is going to be when you niggas fry, all right, in heat. When you niggas fry and heat that of the surface of the sun. And I'm talking about ICBM nuclear missiles. All right? Because best believe these niggas they're not gonna stop being wicked. All right? The scripture say, what's that scripture? They will I think revolt more and more. Okay, that's not it. Yeah, Isaiah 1 and 5. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds, bruises, and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. So much so that even guys that know the truth are bucking up now. Even guys that once defended the truth are now fighting against it. All right. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burnt with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in the presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, and as a besieged city. Right? And again, your wickedness has a price. And the price tag, when you read Deuteronomy 28 and 15 on down, was slavery, was famine. Right? You having to watch your kids get carted off. All right? So just look forward to that. Look forward to martial law. All right? Look forward to being separated from your children. Look forward to this devil coming down having great wrath, as he's always done. All right? This devil, the so-called white man, the ruler of this earth, all right, is the Most High's whipping stick. Right? As saith Psalm 17 and 13. All right? Does not the scripture say, Romans 13, that he beareth not the sword in vain? All right? And the Most High made this man, he gave him the power to destroy, to take peace from the earth. Right? When peace is taken from something, that comes by way of sin, in so many words. All right, this man is able to take peace from the earth and thus bring death. We know that what? Death is a recompense of sin. And our people is wholeheartedly in sin right now. All right, they just came out of their high hell days, the Christmas. Well, no, let's start with the Halloween, then the Thanksgiving, then the Christmas, then the New Year's. They're about to go into Valentine's Day. You know, it says, your country is desolate, your cities are burnt with fire, your land strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. The daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Except the Lord of hosts have left us a very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been as unto Gomorrah. Meaning, our people should have been completely destroyed. If the Lord had not left us a portion that would not forsake him. Right? And stay tuned. Stay tuned for more pain. Stay tuned for more torture. You know? Stay tuned. Because it's coming. Again, this is only January 10th. This is only January 10th. It's only January 10th. You know, and so much has happened already. But let me grab this and we'll finish out. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 6. An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is coming to thee. Oh, and mind you, in the midst of all that's happening, brothers have been getting dreams back to back to back. I believe it was the brother Yashalam GMS Watchman did a lesson. 3 brothers, all right, and a sister all had dreams of Jacob's trouble. That's not a coincidence. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land, the time is come. Hey, you have warnings now of great great storm that's supposed to be hitting the Midwest and different parts of America, which they're saying that this storm is it's supposed to make up for all the years that we didn't, we had a light winter, which could possibly mean power outages, which can mean a lot more deaths, a lot more pain, which I plan on doing another lesson. There was this article I seen on the news break going into how globally you have a movie that's called, it's actually called, on Netflix, it's called Society of the Snow. But it's a recap of an old movie called Alive. And in so many words, it's about this rugby team, this Uruguayan rugby team, whose plane crashed in this mountainous region. But this mountainous region is very cold. It's very treacherous. And they were there, they were starving. They had to eat one another. Well, they had to eat the dead. I didn't finish watching it, but I found it pretty interesting that amongst the times we're in, that's the movie that's popular globally. It said on Netflix, that's a popular movie globally. Kind of reminds me of the scripture, before come forth I tell you of it. All right. But it says, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. And it's funny, as we go out there on the highways and hedges, You still have people walking past, driving past, nobody listening as all this is happening. Right? It's only for a selected few. And may Yahweh Hashem Yahushai blessed us to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Azan Shama'if wa ayan ra'ah. Azan Shama'if, which meaning ears to hear. Azan Shama'if wa ayan, and eyes ra'ah, to see. Ears to hear and eyes to see. So with that, shalom to the elect.